Hello, my name is Liene and welcome back to my channel and welcome to November wrap-up. November was a really good reading month. I read books that I wanted to get to for quite some time and I did it. I finally read them and I'm closer to finishing some reading goals for this year, so that is great. But let's just get into the books I read last month. First book I finished was Asking for It by Louise O'Neill. This is about a girl who goes to a party and the next morning her parents find her unconscious on their doorstep. And then there are these videos and photos that are posted online that show some of the things that were done to the main character. And then we follow a year later how the things that had happened have affected the main character, her family, the community, like people around her. And yeah, it is very interesting and heartbreaking, especially seeing how people are reacting to things that happen. So you can imagine that there is a lot of trigger warnings regarding sexual assault and drug use and things like that. So be aware if you are reading this one. And I think the hardest part for me was seeing how people are treating her. Like, the victim blaming is an awful thing. Why do we blame victims? Why there are some people who so strongly are on the abuser's side. Like, what is that? It doesn't matter what the girl wears, what she does. There's no excuse for those men in this book. So yeah, it was a good read, but it is not an easy read. So be aware if you want to read it. I definitely recommend it. It definitely shows how a lot of people in our society are, how they see things that are happening and how they react, who are they blaming. An important read, but hard. Then I had my own readathon, Cat Lady readathon, and I read 5 books during that weekend. They are not big books, but still 5 books. And I'm not gonna talk a lot about those. I'm gonna link the reading vlog I have for the readathon in the description box, so go check it out. But first book I finished was 3 Cats and They're Human by Olita Pidomone. This is the author's experiences with her 3 cats. So she talks about her 3 cats and how she got them, their personalities, the differences between them. So it was really interesting. I really liked it. So, yep. Next was this little children's book, Kitty and the Eagle Owl, and it is like a picture book about a little cat and an eagle owl who were sitting on a tree and they exchanged body parts and experienced a little bit of how it is to be the other. And they realized, of course, that they feel better in their own skin and they want their features back, like ears, beak, legs, and things like that, wings. It was cute. So yeah, this was book number 2. Next was Cats and I, or What to Expect from Living with a Cat. This is kind of a guidebook for people who want cats. It is cutely illustrated and I love the cats. They are so cute. But yeah, just little tips how it is to live with a cat, what you can expect from them, I guess. Yeah, definitely a cute read. Next one was Love Me by Anna Skaidrīte-Gailīte, and this is similar to the first one. This is author's experiences with animals throughout her life, from childhood to right now. It is full of interesting and humorous, heartbreaking, heartwarming stories about animals and the author. And the last book for the readathon was my favorite for the readathon, and it was The Seed Was Flying by Evia Gulbe and illustrated by Evia Tima Novica. Look, this is the cutest book ever, and this is children's poetry book. And I really loved it. Cute illustrations, cute little poems, and yeah, definitely amazing book. I love it. Might be my favorite, one of my favorite reads for this year, even. Next, Starsight by Brandon Sanderson. This is a sequel to Skyward. I really enjoyed the first one, and I really enjoyed this one. They are different settings because I don't know how much to say because this is a sequel. But the first one and this one follows Spencer. In the first one, she goes to a kind of flight school. She wants to be a pilot, and this is after that. There are really interesting things about humans, about the planet, about the universe, the space thing in this one. So it is a sci-fi. Humans are living on this planet and they are being attacked regularly by aliens. And we find out more about outside of the planet, of the human planet. And it was super interesting. I really enjoyed it. So I need to pick up the sequel, but I'm bad with picking up sequels. I have the third book, Cytonic, on my shelf behind me, and I will get to it. Hopefully I won't wait too long between this one and the next one, but yeah, I definitely enjoyed it, and it was a really good sci-fi read. Then another sequel, Muse of Nightmares by Liene Taylor. This is the second book and the last book. I have finished the duology. First was Strange the Dreamer. I like the story of Strange the Dreamer, but the language was a struggle. It was a bit easier with this one, but still, something was missing. I don't know. I didn't like the villain in this one, like what was happening behind things. But yeah, it was a sequel. I'm happy that I have finally finished this one, but yeah, I don't know how much I can say. Because again, this is a sequel. If you're interested in the series, you can read it, but yeah. There are people who love it, there are people who don't, and there are people in the middle, like me, I think. But it is not a bad book. It definitely is not a bad book. It is gorgeous. I like the edition I have with sprayed edges. So, yeah. And the last book is the book that I was most scared of to read. I actually picked it up in September, read like few chapters and put it down because I didn't feel like it and I didn't want to push myself to read it and hate it. But I picked it up in November and I finished it, and it was Middle Game by Shannon Wire, and I really liked it. It is a story about twins who are separated at birth, but the thing is that they are artificially created, and we follow them through their lives and how they find out that they are connected, that they can talk to each other through some kind of like connection. They're not in the same place, but they can see through each other's eyes and things like that. And a lot of interesting things are revealed during the story that I didn't expect, like how the things were, and I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed the characters. I think my favorite character in this one was Erin. If you know, you know. If you don't, you don't. But I don't know. I can't explain why I liked her. But I just liked her. She did good things. She did bad things. But I enjoyed her as a character. Sometimes I feel like we need those badass characters that do things and they know that they are not the right things. But at the same time, they have to be done for the better future, I think, or something like that. But yeah, really interesting read. I don't know how to talk about it, as you can see, but yeah, that's that. And that's it for my November wrap-up. It was a quick one because I don't know how to talk about the books, and maybe it's the day, maybe it's me, or what, but wrap-ups are not my favorite thing to do, but I like having a videos where I have all the books I read in the month. So yeah, that's it. I am really happy about the books I read and that I have finished some books that were on my TBR for quite some time, and we'll see what the next month bring. But yeah, that's gonna be it. Please let me know What was the last book you finished? And if you have read any of the books I just mentioned, please let me know your thoughts about them. Did you like them? Did you hate them? Talk about that in the comments down below. And yeah, that's gonna be it. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I see you on the next one. Bye!